welcome to another edition of Craps Down Under. Today I thought I'd do a duel, and I'm going to do a duel with 5 different players doing different things. On the end here I'm going to play the anything but 10 $2,000 bankroll. This guy here, he's just going to lay the 10. This guy here is going to play a don't. This guy's going to play a $300 pass line. So they're all going to risk $300 per shooter. And this guy's going to play a pass line, a $100 pass line, and $200 in odds. So we'll see the difference between playing a bigger pass line versus just playing one with pass line and odds. And we'll see the difference between, I guess, the don't, just playing a don't versus a pass line. And we'll see the difference versus just laying or playing a lay with an anything but 10. I'm going to random roll everything. Every player's got the same bankroll, 2K. And we're all taking $300 of risk. I'm going to do 10 shooters. So I've got 10 chips here. I'm going to track how many shooters we're doing. So let's get started. We'll lay our bet here. I'll put that's a lay there, 300. This guy's going to lay for 300 as well. And this guy's going to go on the don't pass for 300. This guy's going on the pass line for 300. This guy's going to go on the pass line for 100. So we're all set up, except for this guy. He's still got to put his action up because he's going to be working on the come out. He's always working. Put our caps on. So we're all set up, ready to go. Now these are on. Grab some dice. I'll have a sip of beer first. It is a Friday, just finished work. Been a busy week, so just going to do this and then go out for some dinner. All right, there's an 8. So point's going to be 8. There we go. And we have a $35 winner for our anything but 10 player. And everything else doesn't affect anyone. We're just waiting for points to resolve. There's a 6. Again, anything but 10 player is picking up another 35. Racket. And we've got a 9. Again, anything but 10 player, 35. And we've got a 5. Another 35 to anything but 10 player. Whoops. There we go. He's not going to stay in there, is he? And there's our 7. All right, so you would have thought the pass line would have done well on that one, but no, both pass line players, they lose. However, our don't pass player, he wins. So we'll rack him up. And these all come down. Take them all back. I probably should collect everything. Now, I'm not a dealer, of course, so I probably should collect everything before I start doing the payouts. Both of these guys get 150 each. They do owe some VIG, and the VIG is $7. So this guy can pay 10, and he'll get back 3. So I'll put the 3 there. So he's done. And this guy here, which is him, he's going to have to use one of these because he's got nothing else. So what we'll do, hand him back to 15 and 3 whites as change. So that's his big paid for. So let's get set up again. New shooter. What am I doing? Should be just 2. So that was our first shooter. Now we're on to our second shooter. Get some new dice. Of course, we're always on here. Pass line player. This guy's got to put his 300. This guy's going to just put 100. And he'll do 2 times odds. If I didn't set the odds, did I? So that was bad. Sorry there. That should have been $200 odds on his last hand that he I forgot to put there. So there we are, we're all set up. We've got a 10, no. So not a good outcome there. Fortunately, gonna have to hand a black chip, sorry, a purple, and we'll get back five blacks to go back and change. This guy's still got enough blacks. There we are. Alright, so lay them back up. Now I'm not doing any rules around you know, one hit or 2 hits per shooter. We're just going to front up every time. If we get knocked off, we'll go back up. If we get knocked off, we'll go back up. We're going to do that for every player. You could incorporate those rules, of course, but I'm just going to keep it pretty, just whatever the dice roll is what happens. So again, no point is 10. So this guy's happy, this guy's not so happy, and neither is this guy because it's a 10. But often what happens when you're rolling outside, you often get another one. All right, there's a 6. So 6 came easy, and that's a $35 winner for our anything but 10 player. Keep rolling. And we've got an 8. So bring that back into the center. Really probably need to move these down a little bit, so maybe I'll just move these a little bit more forward so I've got a little bit more room to drag the dice. Alright, so there's our 8. 35 for anything but 10. I noticed so far not many horn numbers at all, and unfortunately for all the don't players, as what I said before, often when you roll one of them you get another one. Should have made the point. So bad news for our lay bet players, bad news for our don't pass player, but it's good. Again, I've still forgotten to do the 200 in odds. So I should have had my odds there, but they're all got to be playing $300 worth of risk. This player here, he gets his 300. This guy gets paid on these flat there, and he gets paid for behind. There. So he's good. Right, this guy has now got to front up with his 300. He's the don't pass player, and both of our lay bet players have got to put up another 300. So let's do that and just pray the 10 doesn't get hit again. So again, here's a come out roll, same shooter but still a come out roll, so these are all working. That is the anything but 10. We've got the 8 this time. Right, so this time I want to remember, he always puts his 200 in odds. Been really bad about that. Alright, so 335 for our anything but 10 player. Yep, here we go. Got the 6, another 35 for anything but 10. Got an ace deuce, that's no one. Doesn't give anyone anything. And there's our 7. So let's take all the losing bets, take them all back. And I'm not doing it in the right order because the casino would actually grab those bets first. They generally work their way back like this. So 7. So we've got to play, we'll pay the don't pass guy. So he's been paid, done. These two guys have got to get paid their 150. They kind of deserve it because they did get cleaned up twice. They both owe $7 vig, so we'll take our $7 this guy. So he can lock up his win. This guy here, he owes $7 as well. So we'll lock his up. Here's his win getting locked up. But still down a fair way because of those horrible 10s being hit. So that's our second shooter done. So we'll get him all set up again, anything but 10. Just keeping the dealer busy. And there we go. So we're all set there. Pass line player and a pass line player with odds. All right, on, everything's on. And here we go, coming out. What do we get, a 6 on the inside again? All right, so there we go, $35 winner. And 6 is the point now, before I get carried away. Like I'm thinking for 5 different players here. All right, 7 out. So pretty horrible, really, really horrible for the pass line players. But we'll take their losing bets. They're back to the house, kiss that goodbye. Take all this back. He's basically losing 135 there. And these ones get paid again. So 150, 150. Got to pay the vig, but it doesn't have quite enough, so I'll take 10. Hand back $3 with his win. Got more whites now. Alright, let's get this organised. This guy here doesn't have quite enough for the vig in whites, so we'll get 3 back. Both paying $7 of vig. And that vig does add up, really does add up. It adds up even more if you've got to pay the vig up front. And I believe I already paid him. I'm pretty sure I already paid him. All right, let's go. Set them up again. All right, it's quite a bit to keep track of, but we'll get there. 300 on the pass, 100 on the pass. So far the don't players doing the best because we've had some quick 7 outs. The next best is probably the pass line player playing the $100 pass line with odds. He's not doing too bad, but he's not doing anywhere near as good as this guy. This guy's leading the pack. Come out 7. So what does that mean? Well, it's good for it's actually good for the lay players and the pass line player. It's best for this pass line player in particular. So this guy loses, we'll take that one back. These all lose, we'll take all this back. And let's start paying out our bets. So he gets 1, he gets 3. We'll rack all that up. So that's a nice win there. These guys again get their 150. They do need to pay their vig. So anything but 10, he's paid his vig. So we'll rack him up. This guy here, he doesn't quite have enough reds, so we'll have to hand that one back. I'll hand back that, and I'll take 2 of his whites. That's his $7 vig paid as well. So all paid out. Here's the same shooter. It was a come out 7. So now what do? We've got to set him up again. Anything but 10, keeping the dealer busy. Put the caps on, and we're on. Don't pass player. Gonna put up your stake again. And here we all go. 9. 9's the point. All right. So what does that mean? It means 35 for Mr. Anything But 10. And 9 is the point, so back-to-back 9s. Whack. So let's just pay out this guy here. Anything but 10 gets paid out. Don't pass loses. The pass line player wins. This guy wins, and I still forgot to put his odds. Keep forgetting to do that. So it gets paid 3 for 2. Collect, collect, collect. This guy's got to go back up. And we roll again. We've got an 8. 8's the point, anything but 10, because he's working. He collects. 9's the point. Let's get the dice back. Sorry, 6 is the, sorry, what am I saying? 8 is the point. I think I'll have another beer. That must be why. All right, keep rolling. Aces. So that doesn't help anyone. Doesn't hurt, doesn't help. Got the 6. So it's nice for our anything but 10 player. Picks up another 35. Away we go. 4 came hard, as we like it. All right, so that's a nice winner down the end there. It's a $50 winner. We do owe $1 vig. And we got the 6 again. Right, anything but 10 players doing very well on this particular hand. And there's our 7. So let's see where we ended up. Pass line players, no good. Couldn't hit the 6 or the 8. We'll take their bets down, they lose. Again, I should have had odds. I haven't put odds there. So now take that down. Terrible about doing the odds. Take all this down, and then I'll pay the don't pass player. Pay him, he's happy. And our lays get paid. Once these guys give me $7. Anything but 10 gives him 10, gets 3 back in change with his bet. Chuck it in. Don't want the whites mixed in with the purple, trying to keep them separate, but they just don't want to stay there. All right, he's got to pay his tax as well. All right, so we're all done, all set up. Let's take the puck off. That was our next shooter. Gosh. Let's get our anything but 10. Let's get him set up. Purple chip doesn't want to stay there. Don't pass player, he's all set up. Our lay bet player, he's set up. This guy here's got to put his 300 in. This guy's putting his 100 in. And I've got to remind myself to put the odds behind it this time, after we set the point. 9 again. All right, so I will pay this guy 35. This guy I will put the odds, put his 200 in odds. And let's keep going. Got a 6. I think it's surprising how many times I've had numbers on the inside, and even being a pass line player, hasn't actually been able to hit them. That's actually quite surprising. That's happened. Yeah, we were able to hit the 10 quite easily. Interesting that. All right. Roll again. Yo, doesn't help anyone, doesn't hurt anyone. I got the 8, so now we're getting the inside. Got the 8. So 35. Happy days for our anything but 10 player. 5. There we go. 35 again. Let him go. So he's making up some ground here. 5 again. Don't mind that. Says anything but 10. I'll take that. Just keep hitting them. And there's our 7. Interesting. Pass line players couldn't hit that 9 to save themselves. So, take all this back. These all lose. So does all this. And what we've got left to pay is our don't pass player. He picks up a cool 300. Doing quite well, I might add. Still in the lead from what I can see. These two guys get 150 each. Bet you got to pay your tax. $7. And you get your win. Let me see if I can organise this. Get that away. And I will say we did have another shooter. This guy here, he's got to pay his tax. 10. Gets back 3. All right, now let's get ourselves set back up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A couple of reds. Don't pass a set up. Mr. Pass Line is getting fleeced. And this guy here is the pass line with odds. He's treading water basically. Not going up, not going down. He's about even. So we'll see what happens. Got an 8. It's all going to come down to how many shooters can actually hit their points. 2 times odds. So I put it on the wrong one. It's an 8, not a 6. The 8. Need to pay. Mr. Anything but 10. All right. Got the 9. So another $35 winner for anything but 10. See if that'll stay there. All right, 35. It'll fit. Just fits. Got the 6. $35 winner for anything but 10. Let's see if I can get him to stay. What I might do, take these reds back, give him a black for his troubles. Alright, there we go. So he's not doing too bad, this guy here. Anything but 10's doing pretty good, gotta say. Alright, so we're just going to see if we can get the point or miss the point or get a 7 or whatever. Oh, we've got the point. There we go. So finally the pass line gets a look in. This guy gets paid again. Doing okay. Don't pass. He's finally lost one. I think he's been on a pretty good winning streak. I put 1 extra there. My bad. That was 4 blacks, not 3. So I put the wrong amount. It's alright, I corrected it. And our guy down the end, he gets paid even there, and he's going to get paid a basis of 6 to 5. So he's got, I'm going to have to work this one out. It's going to have to be 240. $240. 5 pays 6. Alright, put him back to just his flat. And here we go, another shot. Before I do, don't pass, it's got to go back. Alright, make sure we've got our laminas on. So I didn't show that. Alright, same shooter coming out again. Oh no. These lose. But tell you what, they've actually had a good run. They've had quite a number of 7s before the 10, so you can't really complain too hard, because you are going to roll 10s. Put up our lay. So we're on the 10. This guy's got to add his odds. All right, 9. So that's a $35 winner straight up for anything but 10. Let's roll again. 4 came hard, as we like it. Here we go. So a nice winner there for anything but 10. Pay $1 big. I haven't got my lamina on there. It should be marked as a buy, just to be clear. But I'll say it's an auto buy table. We're going to be nice. All right, here we go. 6, another $35 winner. I'll just grab that with my long arms. 3 doesn't do anything. Need to use the stick this time. $6 again, $35 winner. And there's our 7. So not good for the pass line players, but quite good for everyone else. So both of those lose 300 each. Anything but 10 guy, he loses 135, which is kind of probably what he got in hits, thereabouts. And puck comes off. I'll pay this guy out here. Actually, they wouldn't take the puck off until they've done all the payouts, but close enough. All right, these guys get paid here. They've got to pay their vig, of course. Don't have quite enough whites, so I'll pass him 10. Get 3 back. This guy's got enough. He can pay the house directly. So you get yours. You get yours. But I'll tell you what, anything at 10 is actually starting to come back, because I'm just looking at what he's accumulating. He is down a purple because of basically this. He had to break into it. We could probably take back his purple. Let's do that. Restore his purple there. So he's not doing too bad. And he's got a little bit left. Probably not enough to bother about colouring up yet. But if he keeps going, we'll probably be able to change those greens for some blacks. Keeps on going like this. All right, what else do we got to do? I'll mark my shooters. 3 over here. Again, not a good outcome for our pass line guy. The pass line with odds guy, he's doing okay. He's just basically treading water. He hasn't really made much. Hasn't lost a huge amount. He's lost a little bit, but it could be a lot worse, I guess. All right, let's get some new dice. Get some blue ones this time. Got a 5. All right, 5's the point. $35 winner for anything but 10, because he's always working. He's working hard. All right, come on. Let's see what we get here. Quick 7 out. Not the pass line player's day today, got to say. Very few points being hit. Perfect for the don't pass, and my bad, I didn't put the odds, so I need to take the odds as well. This guy here, he's doing really well. He really is doing excellent. As I said, it's not the pass line player's day. It's very much a dark side player's dream. Very few points are being hit. Very, very few. This guy comes down. Our anything but 10 player didn't really, he kind of took all the risk and didn't really net very much. Oops. There's our lay odds player. I will collect the VIGs. I haven't forgotten. Oh, stay there, will you? No, doesn't want to stay. All right, $7 VIG for you. Gosh, all my whites just fell over. It's from paying all that VIG, I think. Just, they're all fallen over. So just bear with me while I straighten up the chips. See, I'm not a dealer, I'm not keeping my chip stacks perfectly straight. So where was I? VIG's been paid, all done. All right. And on, well, that's what I've got to do. I'm going to have to trade in for both of these players. They're going to have to get some blacks because they've run out. Take the purple back. 3. Rest there. 1. All right, we're all set. Let's go. 5 is the point. All right, $35 winner for anything but 10. $50 winner for anything but 10. Got to pay $1 VIG. It's really a $49 winner, but don't know why those chips just don't want to sit in the chip rack there. Got a 6. Oops, I rolled the dice, it was a 6. Anything but 10 is another 35 coming your way. 3 doesn't do anything. 3 doesn't do anything. 10 came hard. Sad day for lays. Very sad day. All right. So we'll put up another one here. 2, 3. He can put his up. This guy here wasn't able to hold on to that purple. So we'll put 3 up, give him 2 back. All right, we're off and running. 9. All right, so $35 winner there on the 9. And I just forgot to put the odds behind this guy. Should have his odds there. 9 again, $35 winner. Just keeps giving. But still man, 9 again. My goodness. Can't hit a point to save ourselves, but we can hit the 9 3 times in a row. And that's a 7, unfortunately. So again, another sad day for the pass line players. So just goes to show sometimes you just got to see what the table's doing, and you just got to play what you see. I know you can't predict the future. I know that everything can change, but I've got to say, what you're seeing is what you're seeing, and I think you just got to bet based on what you're seeing. This guy's up almost $1,000. If I put him back in here, he's up $1,000 literally. So it can turn very quick. You can get a couple of come out 7s and hit a couple of points, and you'll go through that $1,000 in about 3 or 4 rolls. So just be aware that can also happen. This all comes back down. So when you are playing the don'ts, just be aware that a few 7 outs, 7 out, a yo, hit a point, you've done $900. Whack, like that. So just be aware it can get taken off you in literally 3 or 4 rolls. So when you get up to something like that, my advice is take it and go. Don't hang around. Three, change. Give that back here. Give that there. This guy here, he's going to have to pay his VIG. He actually doesn't have any. That's his VIG, his change. Alright, so that was that. Another shooter done. So we've got 4 shooters left if I've been tracking it properly. Alright, what have I got to do? 3 up for you, 1 up for you. See how we go. Oh, you got to say it's a don't play his dream run. Don't play his dream run and add light side players disaster run. Gone. All right. Let's put in our last $500 chip, shall we? Here we go. Back on the pass line. Yeah, $200. Maybe you want to go and drown your sorrows at the bar or something. All right, this guy put up his 100. Let's see how we go. Before I get started, I'll put up our light side action. I didn't even do that, did I? That was my bad. What if I'd actually rolled a number? We wouldn't have had our action up. Well, what am I doing? See, I've had a really hard week. My brain's a bit fried. All right, so we're on. We're all set up. When I set the point, we're still trying to get a point. Yo, won it all back again. So he lost it, and he wins it back. Okay, we'll take it. This guy loses, of course. So we're still struggling to get a point set. So maybe not the dream. Maybe this is the hand where the tide turns against the dark side. 8, maybe. Who knows? But anything but 10, he's playing both sides. He doesn't care. He's going to collect 35, he did. 6, sticking to the inside numbers. The pass line player has got to remember to put his odds behind. 6, $35 winner. Kaboom. Happy days. 5. So that was a 5. My hands are just botched that up. It was a 5. 35. Bringing it home. 9. All right. Another 35. So just keep bringing it home. Still managing to dodge the 8. I don't know what it is about the points tonight, but every shooter has managed to pretty much dodge their point. Unfortunately, lay bets get back to the house, so we've got to put them back up again. But still, I'd say it's been not a bad run for the lay bets. They haven't got knocked off too often. They've had certainly earned their money. Most of the time I think they've earned their money. 5. $35 winner, keep bringing it home. That's another $100, I'll take that back. Give him a black chip, put that back in there. Oh, we got the point. So it had to happen sometime. He had to hit a point eventually. All right, so that pays him. He gets paid there on his flat, and then he gets paid $240 on the back. All right, they needed that. They definitely needed it. Those pass line players. All right, so back up for the don't pass player. And we're doing another come out roll on the 6 this time on the inside. All right, $35 winner. This guy's silently collecting greens here, doing a good job. 9. Just grab that one. 9, $35 winner. And we've got the 8. 8 is great for anything but 10. He's happy. Whoops. Drop the dice. Dice off the table. Quick, take your bets down. Shooters lost the dice. There we go. 9 again. All right, 35. Just collecting. Got 6. Got the point. I'll leave the point there. I'll pay this guy up the top. Otherwise, I'll forget. So anything but 10 is collecting. It's a nice long roll. Not so good for the don't pass player. He wins there. And I forgot to put the odds. Again, you'll have to forgive me. I keep messing up the odds. Keep forgetting to put them up. 240 on the back. Put it in the rack. Put it in the rack. And this guy is basically putting it all back out. As I said, one shooter will undo you. Now, on the dark side, one shooter will just keep hitting you. So you do have to have some kind of break glass, one or two knockoffs per shooter, and you just step back. Because often when the pain starts, it can go longer than you think. So we're all set. We hit our point, we're going to take that off. Everything else is there. Let's go. Now we've got a 3. So don't pass just one, he's bet back. So he's had a pretty fortunate roll. I don't think we've had a yo come out at all. Pass line players lose. So he'll put up his 100. He's got to put up 300. So it's pretty clear to me, if you're going to play pass line, you're better to play pass line with odds than you are to play a big pass line. At least if you're not hitting the points. Is that everything? Yep. Everything done. And come out 7. So what does that mean? It means he gets paid there. So we're struggling to set a point here. So he's given it, House has given it and taken it and given it and taken it. 6, finally set another point on the inside. So $35 winner. Oh, $49 winner. We like it, says the anything but 10. We like it. Oh, we like it even more. Back to back. So there we go, there's a purple chip. Take that green back, get a purple. There you go, got yourself back to your purples. And it's clear it's got a little bit up his sleeve, a couple of $100. He's finally starting to get back into the game. Well, he may not be up because he needs to have a few more blacks. Oh, but he's got black on the felt, so that's okay. Yeah, he's probably about even now. Oh, that 4. Would you believe it? 3 4s in a row. Just as well it's not 3 10s in a row, hey? But there we go. 5. That's a $35 winner. It's been a great run for the anything but 10. Been a really nice run. There's a 6 hit the point. All right, so starting to work against the don't player. Play that guy there. And got to pay him. Oh, forgot my odds. I keep doing this every time. So 240 is what I've got to pay. 240 is paid for his odds. Alright, collect, rack and stack. Alright, so this guy's just steadily, basically, he just went up the hill, just win. Now he's going back, down. He's gone up the stairs and down the stairs. But I noticed he's actually he's losing a lot quicker than he won. All right, come out. Everything's working here. We're all set up. Here we go again. Onto that 4. 4's smoking hot. It's another $49 winner. They really help. They're the ones you want to see when you're on them. All right. So before I forget, put the odds behind. 9. So that's another anything but 10 gets $35. 5. All right, another anything but 10 winner. So as long as you get one of these nice rolls, the anything but 10 can really do quite well. But then again, by the same argument, if you've got the action up, you probably didn't need to have the layup on those long rolls anyway. But it's about trying to keep you in the game and just pray you don't get too many 10s. But as Jacob says, he really only plays this when he's setting the dice and trying to control the dice and the outcome and skew the results to be avoiding the 10. So he doesn't recommend playing it against just a random shooter. And I think even if you were to play it with a random shooter, you probably only want to be up for a few rolls and then maybe take your action down. There's those kind of things you can think about. Got the 5 on 35. Whoops, just knocked over a chip stack. Bear with me while I straighten it up. Here they all go, they're all falling over, because once you knock one over, you knock the rest over. Because I'm not keeping my chip stacks straight. Alright, $35 winner. Can't put that in. So what do I have to do? To take back these reds, cash them in, get back a black. Black in the rack. So happy days there. See how many 5s we can get back to back. Oh, party's over. Alright. So although we hit lots of 4s, we weren't able to hit them the second time and get off that 4. So pass lines lose. And that's okay. Don't pass, he wins. These all come down. And we're going to get paid 150 and 150. Alright, and we just got to pay our vig. Paid our vig, and this guy will have to pay vig, but he doesn't have any whites. And get back 3. And we're done. So I'm going to call it kind of quits. I'm going to say we're kind of done. I know we haven't got to the end of our shooters, but I've got dinner plans and I have to get going. So I'm going to put everyone's action back in the rack and let's see where we ended up. I think it's given us a good indication of how the different players have fared. We only had, I think, 1, maybe 2 more to go, something like that. So close enough. Let's call it. Let's colour up. 600, 1,000 in our rack. So he needs to get 2, 3, 4. Right, so that's what he started with. That's the $2,000 he started with. So this is all of his profit. So let's see where he got to. He got 300. So done very, very well. He's made $600 there. We can basically colour that up all to a purple and a black. So $600 and a little bit of loose change. So quite a nice win there. Let's see where this guy got to. Need to take all this back. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a purple. So 1,500. Yep, there's a 5. Take that back and so that's another purple. So he hasn't made a lot. Those $2,000, what he started with. So he's made $62. So not a great outcome. So that's our, just doing a lay bet, anything but 10. He's actually cleaned up on that last roll. He did very well. This guy, he's got 1,000 there, 1,000 in purples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's him done. He gets back 2 purples. That's his 2 grand back in his rack. And this is his wins, 300 bucks. Pass line player. Well, he's had a bad day. So he gets 2 purples and he's down. He's only got 400 here, so he's down $1,600. So $1,600 loss for a pass line player just playing a $300 pass line. Let's see how we go here. That's 500. Just knock my stick over. So another 2 purples for your troubles. So 1,500 there. He's a little bit better off than the other pass line player, but I'm not going to say he's a lot better off. 100. All right, got a couple of greens. It all coals up to 150 basically. So 15, 16, 50, 60. So 1660. So he's down like 1340, 1,340. So not as bad as being down 1,600. This guy's up 300. This guy's, as I said, 62. But the one who actually cleaned up and actually did very, very well from that, especially from that last shooter, he's made himself 603 bucks. So you can't argue with that. So I think that's a reasonable outcome for the anything but 10, and it shows that anything but 10 can actually do okay. It's giving you an opportunity to make some light side wins when you do get those longer hands. You can actually make some good money there. The lay bet player, well, you kind of expect that it's gonna break even, less than big. We happen to be a little bit up on it. So overall, you know, a lay bet is gonna win and lose as much as it wins and loses. Don't pass player, he did well. In fact, he was ahead for most of the game, except for that last shooter. The last shooter is really what killed him, because the shooter made a number of points, plus there was some come out sevens, those kinds of things. So he really did get cleaned up by the one shooter, which is why you do need to have that rule. Once you get knocked off once or twice by a shooter, then you got to transition to a light side, or if you just want to stay dark side, then just don't go up at all. Pass line player, again, same thing. It was clearly not a light side table in terms of hitting points. There was light side at the end, but again, in terms of hitting points on the day, not many points were hit. In fact, most shooters were managing to dodge their points. This guy here, in summary, he didn't lose as much because he wasn't exposed to as much of the come out threes and things like that, the craps numbers. So he did a little bit better there. He also makes more money when the point was hit. So he's losing about the same when a 7 comes. Once the point's set, he's losing the same as this guy, but when the point does get hit, he makes more, which is why he was a nose ahead of the guy playing $300 pass line. So pass line with odds is overall better than just playing pass line, which is no surprise. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that duel. Anything but 10, clearly the winner today. Might run this a few more times and try and get a little bit better at remembering to put my odds down there. But anyway, I thought it was useful to have a duel and try to see how 5 different players doing sort of 5 basic kind of strategies, see how they would compare based on a set of random rolls. So you've seen it there. and hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.